So, what happens when your choices aren't really your own? What if when guilt, shame, or programming runs your life? Now, the issue with internal crime is actually the subconscious, which actually happens with us, is the subconscious punishes you. And because subconscious controls 95% of your mind, it punishes you through guilt, shame, or self-sabotage. Now, the inner judge and self-punishment, which is one of the parts of the title I was trying to explain, is the concept of the inner judge. Now, the inner judge is actually about we have 3 to 4 different ways of how we look at each other, right? And how we see the self. Now, in Freud, he described the ego, the superego, and the id. Now, we can also look at it in another way, is we have 4 faces. We have the face we know about our personal self, which is our inner judge. Now, people unconsciously punish themselves. They do this with overworking, sabotaging relationships, and addictions. So overworking is people overwork because they want to prove their worth. I am not enough, so they overwork. In sabotaging relationships, they sometimes feel that they overwork that, or they feel that the relationship is too good because they've seen no good relationships in their life. So they feel that if I can sabotage a relationship before it gets good, I'll sabotage it. And their addictions is something where they have an addiction where something they were suppressed as younger and they come out in different ways. Now, going back to Robocop is trapped in an endless cycle of fighting crime. But internally, he's fighting his own punishment. He's trying to understand who he is. Now, the hypnotherapy connection is reprogramming the subconscious to replace the inner judge with self-compassion. So when you reprogram the consciousness, instead of saying, I must punish myself if I do this wrong, it's actually to know that this is an example of a client you would have, is that you would actually make them believe that and actually help them to understand and reframe it. And reframing is very important here, is that we give them self-compassion. So if you don't get to do all your work, that you always know you can do as much as you can, that you're leading to a certain level, and that it's actually not just good enough, but it's actually acceptable. You can also look at it from another point of view, is that when something doesn't work out, it's not for you to be blamed. It's that sometimes things just don't work out. And this goes into this one. It's free will versus programming. Very important.